good afternoon, and welcome to the fourth in the series of the regular weight loss rooms that I'm holding over a course of a 4-week period. My name is Ken, the Body Changemaker, and it's always a pleasure to be here in front of you. My passion and my pleasure in life is helping people to change their health, regain their health by losing weight, reversing their diabetes and pre-diabetes, getting rid of their sugar cravings, and just getting that vitality back into their life. And I have discovered, I won't even say discovered really, I have learned about a simple methodology to do that, and I spend every day sharing that methodology with people to try to let them know that, no matter what your age is, no matter what condition you have, you can transform your life and health by adopting some of the simple methodologies that I can share with you. And during these live webcasts, I just share with you just a snippet of some of the information that you may already be aware of, some of you, but then for some of you may also be some new information, and just to stimulate some curiosity. And I always like to say, don't take my word for it. Go and do your own research, because I know the information that I've been sharing with you over the last week or so, and I've been sharing for the last many years with my clients, have transformed my life and their life, and it can do exactly the same for you too. So today I am just going to be talking about carbohydrates and just give you a basic overview about what carbohydrates are. And at the end, to put my cards on the table, I'm going to present to you a very special offer for a program that I am holding on the 4th of September. So stick around. It's going to be an interesting show. I will see you on the other side. So I talk a lot about sugar and carbohydrates, but what are carbohydrates? Let me just go through a very brief presentation to give you an idea of what carbohydrates actually are. So carbohydrates come in essence 3 forms. They come in starches, fiber, and sugar. As you know, sugar is the table sugar that you have, but also sugar comes in the form of lactose and galactose. Fiber comes in many forms in our fruit, in our vegetables, and there are kind of 2 forms of fiber, which is soluble and insoluble. And there are different frames of thought about how much fiber affects us and affect our weight. I won't go into that now. And as I said, we have the starches, we have the fiber, and we have the sugar. So in essence, there are 3 types of carbohydrates. Now, as you can see, it's fruit, milk, bread. As I said, in milk, you will find lactose. I remember growing up, my mother always used to say to me, buy the semi-skimmed milk because we don't want to eat too much fat. Little did I realize back then that semi-skimmed milk is in essence sugar. It's full of sugar. This is why I only ever buy, if I buy milk, it's full fat milk. But again, I was unaware, my mother was unaware, and many of you are unaware. So this is why you think you're going out and buying the most healthiest option of milk, which is semi-skimmed or skimmed, because you think you want to avoid the fat. But really, you may be avoiding the fat, but you're ingesting something far more nefarious, which is sugar. So, as I've said to you in the recent presentations, and if you haven't watched the recent weight loss rooms, I advise you to go back and watch them on my YouTube channel. When you eat a carbohydrate, it turns into a simple form of sugar in your body called glucose and fructose. So it's glucose if you eat like bread and pasta, and fructose if you eat fruit. All right. So, and that gets ingested in your body, and your body then uses that as fuel. Now, glucose is the easiest form of fuel for your body to use. It 100% is, but it's not the best form of fuel. But glucose is used to fuel your muscles and your nervous systems. But there are two other types of fuel that your body can use. Your body can also use protein as fuel, and it can also use fat as fuel. Many people don't even realize that your body can actually use protein as fuel. Your body can use protein as fuel through a process called gluconeogenesis, which happens in your liver and your kidneys. That produces glucose. And also, your body can use fat as fuel. In fact, your body can store about 2,000 calories worth of carbohydrates, which is a form of glucose, but your body can store 40,000 calories worth of fat. Which one do you think is the best, longer lasting form of fuel? Fat or carbohydrates, glucose? Which is why when I get up in the morning, I go to the gym on what's called a fasted state, because I don't need to eat carbohydrates to have the energy to train, because my body is fueling on the fat that I have consumed and the protein. So don't be confused or misled to think that glucose, carbohydrates are the only type of fuel that your body can use. So carbohydrates, protein, and fat are collectively known as macronutrients. There's also a fourth macronutrient, which is alcohol, but people don't really talk about that often. But carbohydrates, protein, and fat are collectively known as macronutrients. So we have the simple acting carbohydrates. In fact, I'm actually going to talk a little bit more in a moment about the protein and carbohydrates. And then we have the complex carbohydrates. So simple carbohydrates, also known as fast acting carbohydrates, they get digested by your body very quickly and they raise your blood sugar very quickly. Complex carbohydrates kind of get digested a lot slower and they raise your blood sugar a lot slower. I ingest mostly complex carbohydrates because I want my blood sugar to stay as stable as possible, so in turn my insulin levels to stay as stable as possible. The irony of these two here, the simple and complex, is that many people use something called the glycemic index to judge which one is simple and which one is a complex carb, where that is a reasonable measure, but it's not the best measure. There's something called the glycemic load, which will measure the impact of a carbohydrate on your blood sugar far more precisely than the glycemic index. I won't go into the glycemic load now, but you do your own research about glycemic index or glycemic load and you'll find out. I do want to just talk a little bit about the protein, fat, and carbohydrate at this point, because if you look at a protein, when you eat protein, it produces what's called amino acid. That is essential for your body. When you ingest fat, it produces essential fatty acid. That's essential for your body. But when you ingest carbohydrate, it doesn't produce anything essential. So in essence, your body really does not need to ingest these refined carbohydrates in any way whatsoever, because it doesn't produce any kind of essential amino acid at all. Again, do your own research. Don't take my word for it. Just do your own research on that, so you understand that our body does not have this need for carbohydrates to use as energy as many people think. Oh, I need to eat a banana for energy. I need to eat an apple for energy. I need to eat a Lucozade. I mean, the Lucozade is the biggest scam out there. It's full of sugar. That is what gives you the energy. We don't realize that we've been sold Lucozade gives you energy. I would never drink a Lucozade drink after the gym. Drink water with some lemon inside it. Do your own research about the essential need of carbohydrates for your body. So, refined carbohydrates, like what you can see on the screen, they ingest so quickly. I mean, they are just so bad for you, and we're being sold it. So, I mean, it's ubiquitous. Everywhere you go, you see it. And the irony is, you can buy a McDonald's meal for $1.99 or a fast food takeaway meal for $3.99 or $2.99. But if you want to buy something a little bit more healthy, it costs you more money. And it's just a shame that the manufacturers are pushing this refined crap, I will say, our way at a time when people are also thinking about the budget they have. Because when you have a budget, it's not all the time you're thinking about, well, okay, I need to feed my family. Well, this looks like a cheaper option, and we're not often thinking about nutritional value of what we're giving our families, because unfortunately what's in our purse or what's in our wallet comes first. We're just being sold a big line, a big con. Complex carbohydrates are always better. They are always a better source of food to be able to eat. And you know, it doesn't have to be that expensive. You can be incredibly creative. I don't really feel I've spent loads more money on my diet, but you can be incredibly creative in the way that you put your food together. And I'm telling you, you just feel so much better. I mean, within a matter of a few days, once you remove all the refined carbohydrates out, you feel less. The bloating you get after, the gas you get, the kind of up and down of your energy cycle you get, which is known as a carb crash, that goes, your skin improves. I'm talking outside of weight loss. There are so many benefits that you will receive once you remove these refined carbohydrates. And there are just some great replacements, some really, really great tasting replacements, which I've shared with people over the years. And once they have tried these replacements, they have been so amazed at how well they taste. And children love them too. And children absolutely love them too. It's sometimes about you just trying something different for the health of yourself and your family. So, and when you remove these refined carbohydrates, it's great for weight loss. It's absolutely the two things I focus on, which is diabetes reversal, pre-diabetes reversal, and weight loss. Once you remove these refined carbohydrates, it dramatically improves your weight, dramatically improves your blood sugar, and dramatically improves your health. So I advocate eating less refined carbohydrates. And I hope if you've been watching these series of weight loss rooms, that I've at least sparked your interest in possibly changing what you put on your plate each day. So this is, again, I shared with you on Monday some of the things that I put on my plate. I thought, let me share just a few more things which I enjoy. Now, I enjoy eating meat. If you don't enjoy eating meat, that's absolutely fine. You could still adopt the lifestyle I adopt without eating meat, but I particularly enjoy meat. These are lamb ribs here, made with an incredibly delicious reduced sugar dressing. Oh, I mean, they make it melt, make your mouth water. Absolutely delicious. Haven't made these in a while, but looking at that picture, I think I am going to make them very shortly. This is a beautiful dish. This is a fillet of sea bass. Now, if tomatoes can sometimes, depending on how low your carbohydrate level is, but if you're just on a general carbohydrate reducing, then tomatoes are absolutely fine. This is a fillet of, I think it's a sea bream here, and it's like courgettes. It's like shredded courgettes at the bottom of it, and shredded pumpkin as well, or shredded butternut squash, I should say. So it was shredded courgette and shredded butternut squash on a bed of that. That looks absolutely delicious. I remember that, absolutely delicious. This is a beautiful prawn dish here for those of you who like prawns. Very easy. Again, just a little stir fry with some spicy prawns. This was an absolutely delicious dish. You know, one of those dishes just kind of use a finger food and you're just eating, you're just breaking it apart. I remember this dish here. This was a really beautiful dish here. And for those of you who love chocolate, oh, there you have it. There you have it. This is one of my favorite desserts. This is a chocolate brownie made with dark chocolate without sugar, with some crushed walnuts on top. Takes about 30 minutes to make. Absolutely delicious. I will tell you, I have given this brownie here to people who have never eaten a reduced sugar low carb, and they have absolutely loved it. This is a mouth-watering chocolate dessert here, and this is the kind of food you can still eat on my lifestyle. And I share this with you just so you know that the word deprived should not come into your thought pattern, because so many people feel that my lifestyle means I'm deprived of food. Well, I hope now, if you watched last week and this week, you are now seeing that I'm not deprived in any way of food. And I just thought I'd show you here. I also make bread. Who would have believed I would have been making bread from scratch here? I also make bagels as well, but I'll maybe show you that next week. But this is some bread that I make. Takes about 20-30 minutes from scratch. So I've developed some baking skills as well, and it's just been a wonderful journey for me, and the bread is absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. So if you really do enjoy bread and you feel that you don't want to miss out on having your sandwiches, then you can just make a low carb, reduced sugar bread. And all of these recipes are available out there, but they're particularly available for the ones that I have found the best to make on my programs, on my coaching programs. All right. So we've come to that moment where I'm just going to smash a food. This is the sugar smash section, where I just take one food just to show you how much sugar is in it, in the form of teaspoons. And today it's, well, as I said, it's about saying no to sugar. Today the food is, well, let me remind you again, I like to remind you about the government guidelines, and 9 teaspoons for men, 6 teaspoons for women. The dish today is a popular West Indian dish, ackee and saltfish. So, you come from the Caribbean or anywhere, you think, well, boy, I like my ackee and saltfish. Do I have to miss out on my ackee and saltfish if I want to change to the lifestyle Ken's talking about? Well, let's see. How many teaspoons of sugar? Look, here's an option. Is it 1, 3, or 5 teaspoons in this 160 grams worth of ackee and saltfish? Just have a quick think to yourself. Would you say there's about 1 teaspoon of sugar? Because remember, each teaspoon equals about 4 grams of sugar. Okay, approximately about 4.2, 4 grams of sugar. So is it 3 teaspoons, 1 teaspoon, 3 teaspoons, or 5 teaspoons worth of sugar? Let's see. Let's smash this. Let's see how many teaspoons it is. It's, wow, look at that. It's 1 teaspoon. So we're talking about, just over 4 grams. So, yes, this is something you could definitely enjoy on my lifestyle. 1 teaspoon. Absolutely, this is very, very low in sugar. So if you enjoy ackee and saltfish, keep on enjoying it. Just don't add any sugar to it. Don't add any tomato ketchup to it. It's like that, because that increases the sugar content. But if you like ackee and saltfish, it's a wonderful dish, and I eat it often on my lifestyle. So again, just showing you that you don't have to miss out on delicious food on the kind of lifestyle that I am sharing with you, just for you to be able to lose weight. Again, let me just remind you, I have a weekly podcast show called Make Healthy Habit. I've just produced another episode, but this is a particular episode from last week. It says what type of personal health care plan you could visit my website, which is thebodychangemaker.com, and at the top you'll see podcasts, and you can get to listen to the latest podcast episode. There'll be another episode up there tomorrow, which you'll be able to listen to. And I did say to you at the beginning, I want to present an offer to you. Losing weight is never easy. Coming out of lockdown, there are so many people who have put on weight, often through no fault of their own, and they are desperate to lose it. They are really, really desperate to lose it, and for good reason, because being overweight can lead to so many ill health events in your life. And what's the way so many people do nowadays? They go into Google and they search weight loss. What is the best weight loss method? What is the best way? Now, if you've been doing that, here's a question. How's that going for you? You may have been doing it before COVID. How is that going? Has it shifted your weight? Have you lost weight? How has you using Google as your guide to lose weight, how's that been going for you? Now, using Google may be the easiest way. You just got to sit by your computer. Using Google may be the cheapest way. But is your health worth doing it on the cheap? Would you do your home on the cheap? Would you fix your car on the cheap? So why give your greatest asset and allow it to be done on the cheap? It just doesn't make sense to me. So Google may be the easiest, it may be the cheapest, but it's definitely not the most effective way. And this is why so many people are repeating the cycle and saying, I know what to do. And I say, well, if you know what to do, because you've done your research on Google, why are you not doing it? The reason why they're doing it, because sometimes we just need a helping hand. Sometimes we need a helping hand. And this is where a coach or a mentor comes in handy, because sometimes it can be difficult to do it by yourself. Sometimes we do need a helping hand. And help is at hand for you today. And that help is the Body Changemaker Reset Program. Now, it's a proven program. It's an 8-week program. I've extended the time. It's starting on September the 4th. And I'm so confident of what this program can do to anybody who comes onto the program and adopts the methodology that I'm going to share with them. So I'm going to make a special offer to you who are watching this video. Now, these are just some of the components of the program. We're talking about live coaching, live support calls. There's a fantastic support community, daily motivation, mindset tools, interactive PDF workbooks, education and training videos. I mean, it's a power-packed program that I'm holding. And on top of that, you're going to get extra resources, like you're going to get recipes, you're going to get something that's going to guide you in resetting your kitchen, a shopping list, and you're going to get a guide that will allow you to say, well, if you want to eat this, this is what you should swap it with. And so many other resources you're going to get. I mean, I've packed it in. I've really packed it in. So look, this program, the Body Changemaker Reset, is worth £997. I know programs who have been giving away less, selling for more, but I'm not going to charge you £997. Listen, you can participate in the Body Changemaker Reset program for 2 monthly payments of only £297. That's £594 for an 8-week program. I said I was going to make a special offer. And here it comes. You can save an extra £97 if you make a one-time payment. You make a one-time payment of £497. You can find out all about the program on the bodychangemaker.com. So look, we have a program that's worth £997. You can get it for a one-time payment of only £497. I know your health is worth that. That's less than £9 a day. But I did say I was going to make you a special offer. So I am going to go even further for 1 week only from this date. You see that one-time payment of £497? Because I really want as many people as they can to benefit from what I benefit from, I'm going to do this. I am going to remove that one-time payment, and I'm going to minus 30% from that one-time payment, and I'm going to make that one-time payment only £347.90. That's a saving of £249 from the price of the program, which is registered on my website. And let me just say this deal will not be available on my website. It would only be available to people watching this video clip here. That equals less than £6 a day. Is your health worth £6 a day? I would say it is. For £6, 6 pence a day, you can transform your health and your weight in 8 weeks. And you will have a passionate coach giving you 150% of his effort to ensure you do that. But this is only available till the 26th of August. This is only going to be, this deal here, this extra deal here will only be available until the 26th of August 21. It's not something I want to leave open-ended, all right? So it's only available till the 26th of August, and it's only available to people who I believe who are serious. I just don't want anybody to take advantage of this. So if you are serious, this is what I want you to do. Send me an email at ken@bodychangemaker.com, and all you have to do is put reset offer either in the heading or in the body, and then I will send you the link to take advantage of this special 6 pence a day offer. Because if you've taken the time to email me, then at least I know you are serious about it. So again, you have the opportunity to do the Body Changemaker Reset program for only 6 pence a day. And let me just remind you what the Body Changemaker Reset program did for me. Watch the reset. So that's what the Body Changemaker Reset did for me. Imagine what it can do for you. And ask yourself this question: who in your life would be happy if you was able to lose that weight you are carrying? Who in your life would be happier if you had more energy and more vitality than what you have now? Who in your life would be happy if you was able to reverse that pre-diabetes that you've been suffering with? These are the questions that you should ask yourself. The answer, you know. The methodology is the Body Changemaker Reset program. So I just thought I'd share that offer for you. Again, if you want to take advantage of this special offer, just visit bodychangemaker.com changemaker.com, and you can see all what the program involves. But if you want to take advantage of this special offer here, only six pence a day, £347, ooh, for an 8-week program, then you need to send me an email at ken@bodychangemaker.com and just put reset offer in the heading or in the body, and I will send you a link, a special link, so you could take advantage of the program, which is starting on September the 4th. So that was the session for today. Really just gave you an overview of what carbohydrates are, and just really wanted to reinforce to you that carbohydrates are not as essential as you believe they are in your body. And I also wanted to present you a very, very, very special offer. I really hope that you will join me on your journey. It will be a decision that your future self will thank you for. So that's all there is for today. I'll be back again on Monday for another weight loss room, going through another aspect of weight loss or the effects of weight loss. I hope you've had a great week so far. Hope the rest of the week is going to be incredibly positive, and that you have a great weekend as well. And if you have joined me for the series, then thank you so much. Really do appreciate that. Just share this video with whoever you think may benefit from it. So, as I always like to end my live sessions or any kind of talk I do with, there is no greater habit that you could develop than to make health your habit. Until the next time, this is Ken, the Body Changemaker, saying bye for now.